Hello, Namaskara. Good evening. I'm audible.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Yes,
sir.
Make some noise.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah. Very rarely you'll meet Shetty sir on Saturday evening, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes,
Opportunity. Fair enough. Okay. So it is going to be a rocket launch, 40 minutes. 2 hour marks. This session is meant for July students, those are reading July. All the best to all of you. And also November 21 and all students also can attend so that you can plan and start well. July 21 students who are prepared reasonably well, I'm sure you should be able to understand at least 80 to 90% of what I say. Whereas November 21 and onwards, you are half-baked products. You may understand only around 60% to 80%. Nothing like 60% is also excellent understanding. With this, let us start. So, welcome to the R2R session on the unique activity what we do in CAPS. Okay, so refresh to relax on the name what we are given. Okay, it is going to be for 40 minutes. The next today the first session for the intermediate students taken by the one and the only. Okay, share screen aagta hai kya, Kiran?
Yes, sir.
Hero's photo is visible there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. The word learning itself says, when you keep on learning, at one fine morning, earning is found inside the learning. If you just remove L from there, earning is inside. So as of now, it is our job is to keep on learning. And if you keep learning, you will never cease to grow. That means you keep on growing. So let's enjoy the journey of learning at an unimaginable pace. Now, very important, many of us have an idea. So at that speed, I can't do that. Let's see. In the other 40 minutes, how much you are going to absorb. Let us understand. Each one of you can absorb. The schedule for the next 40 minutes. First 10 minutes, I'll be discussing generic about the exam only. Generic about the exam. Next 25 minutes, specific about the accounts exam. 3 minutes general discussion with the students. Don't ask any subject specific questions. Sir, in single entry, question number 4, wo sab nahi hai. Then hi bye to each other last 2 minutes. 8:40 will wind up. Important points to be noted. A chartered accountant is the course. First examination is accounts at all levels, foundation, inter, and final. So, it being the first examination, be more relaxed. You need to take extra care of your relaxation because if you have unnecessary pleasure, it will obviously hamper your marks. First impression is the best impression. Accounts paper, do the best. Do the best. Okay, you will be able to score. Aradhana Hegde, she got I think 44 in one of the papers in CA intermediate, and Delta scheme 93 or 94 in accounts. Okay, November 18 somewhere. Okay, All India 27th rank. CA final recent exam first 27th rank. Vega, our student, Delta scheme. Okay, very proud. Okay, whereas accounts. So one more girl, we are very long back. Okay, 7 subjects in CA final between 40 to 47. Accounts, my student 98 in accounts, CA final. Both the groups clear. That is the beauty of accounts. And being the high score in accounts will definitely take you through easily to the other subjects. Syllabus is reasonably condensed, especially under the new scheme. In old scheme also it is 80 accounting standards, which for the present batch students we are not discussed. We are going to discuss maybe in a couple of months. In month, company accounts, single entry systems, and special topics. Maintaining good pace is very, very important. If you're a old scheme student, 1 plus 5 questions you're writing the exam. Most of your new scheme students, you're writing 1 first question and 4 out of the balance 5. So still your pace is very, very important. Speed at which you write. Accounts is a high scoring paper. Shetty sir student, even others who are listening, you can also score. Everybody can score. Now, anyone is listening, let's consider as a Shetty sir student. Each one of you can score, okay, substantially high in accounts. Many of you, after writing the exam, sir, I may not get very good marks. I may get. We have experience, people coming and saying, sir, I thought I'll get only 25, 35, getting 65, 75. If you follow the things which I'm going to tell you shortly, aim at 100 out of 125. It is scoreable. It is scoreable. Read question carefully, answer accordingly. Question and answer should be to the point. What is SLM under? Straight line method. The wrong answer. You have to explain what is straight line method. Expand SLM, you have to write straight line method. Working notes are extremely important. Extremely important. Stepwise appreciate. You have to go by step one. Working note one. Working note number two. Working note three. Stepwise approach is always appreciated by the valuer. No doubt, final answer is important, but steps carry mass. So, assuming, okay, so Vikas writes the exam, he writes all the working note steps, but no balance sheet tallied, he may get 90 plus. I write the exam, I'm an idiot, I'm a stupid, where I don't give the working note, I may get only 40 to 50 marks. So, take care of this point. Working note steps are important. Even if your final answer doesn't match, that's okay. That's okay. You will still get the 80 plus, 90 plus. In the core subject of CA course, enjoy. In the exam, what are the do's and don'ts? What I used to do for the last several exams I wrote, by God's grace, everything I wrote for first attempt only finished. But what I do is, let us take a C exam only. C exam, we didn't have an opportunity of entering at 1:45. They used to give question paper at 2 o'clock. For you people, they will give you the question paper at 1:45. 1:45 to 2 is the reading time. So read, visualize, which is the easiest question. Normally, moment if question paper is given, do the question paper, just turn. Don't see the first question. Maybe it is easy, but normally it will be tricky. Start with the best is start with the last question, which will be easy working notes, sorry, short notes, etc. Or third or fourth question in between. So first question you are not supposed to see. So see only start from the backwards or middle somewhere. Then once at 2 o'clock when they give you the answer sheet, so what I used to write, probably you can also follow, in the last page, call it a rough sheet, write rough sheet on the top and strike off. For each question what you are going to solve, okay, write a short points. Maybe accounts you may not have much, it's okay. But still, if you write, oh, this point, this problem, this is a special part, this problem, this is part, this is for this account. Keep on writing. Around 5 to 10 minutes you spend there, 5 to 10 minutes. Then you come back to the first page, second page, and start answering. That exercise will also help you somewhere if you have missed the link in between because in the pressure blackout etc something happened, you can go there and again you can come back, but don't waste more than 8 to 10 minutes in writing down, scribbling down, rather not even scribbling down in the handwriting which you can understand. If you don't understand, if you're writing that way, it's meaningless. Working notes are important, steps are important, reference to the correct account standard. You know account standard number, you write. If you don't know, don't write. Don't do AP. Think valuer doesn't know, don't do it, take a chance. Then reference to Companies Act wherever required, write the correct question number including sub questions, attempt extra question compulsory, very important. November 19 onwards, earlier C Institute in between around 4 to 5 years, they are doing it with due respect, unfortunate notification saying that extra question attempted shall not be valued. But November 19 onwards, they made an amendment saying that if you attempt extra question, they will select the best. So first question any compulsory. Next, all the 4 questions, best one you do. If time permits, extra question properly attended. If doesn't, for time doesn't permit, what you should do, Manoj? At least whatever is there in the question, just scribble something and come. That's it. Question number 4. Yeah, whatever is there, just write. You know why? If you attempt, Nidisha, they will give you full mark. If you don't attempt, 0 mark. So attempting the extra question is compulsory for all the students who are listening to me. Write something about the question and come. You don't have to write the answer. Who knows, for your good luck, if the question is out of syllabus, and I know many of you will hope for at least 3 to, yeah, so three out of syllabus question, 20 into 3, 60 marks. It will not happen, don't worry. Next, don'ts. Writing yes numbers when partly sure. You don't know whether it's yes 3 or yes 8. Don't write. Relaxing before 3 hours. Don't do that. Examination. So your effort for last 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, it is only for the 3 hours. Best. So exam is easy. Wow, relax. Don't do that. Exam is tough. Don't. Keep on writing. 3 hours from the 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, free flow of thought, followed by free flow of ink. Maybe 4:45 you can stop. Not before that. Are you there? And unnecessary tension. Some people say, sir, question paper I saw, moment, notice could blackout of it. Just breathe in. Right, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out. On the 5 to 10 times you do it, mind gets relaxed. Everything will slowly come. Whenever things happen. Then things happen. Then very important. Exam hall kutkondo, we all start thinking. So if I don't pass this, if I ulta think, but if I pass, I may surprise myself, alva. We all suffer from imagination than the actual fact. No imagination in the examination. Or no imagination when you're preparing. You are here to win the exam. Okay, yesterday I had taken a confidence booster session. I'll not repeat. 7:38. It's available on the YouTube. If you want, you can see that. I told if there's excess heat in the body, what to do, etc. I told that session you can refer. 7:38 session. Now coming to the straight away accounts portion. I'm not going to discuss all these things, but it is basics. Balance sheet, assets show debit balance, liability show credit balance. P&L, like this, if you recall, okay, at least our cap student. All assets and expenses show debit balance, all liabilities and income show the credit balance. Just improve upon it based on that. Then all capital transactions in the balance sheet and all revenue transactions in the P&L. Accounting standards refer to 5 P's: principles, policies, practices followed while preparing and presenting financial statement. I'll be sharing this PPT to all of you. So because I may not have time to repeat, this is a refresh to relaxation. Repeat ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ regular class ಬರಬೇಕು. I hope you're understanding. Then accounting standards deals with the RMD, short form. ಓದ್ದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. RMPD, recognition, measurement, presentation, and disclosure. Okay. And why accounting standard? Compare banana with banana. If banana is not available, convert mango into banana and compare. So comparability, uniformity, disclosure, etc. Account standards, responsibilities for the company, section 129, subsection 3, read section 133. If it is not a company, auditor and auditee both are responsible as per ICS standards. Okay. We also have something like a Ind AS. So there is an Indian account standard for the big corporates, net worth above 500 crore, listed company, etc., which is studied in discussed in CA panel. It is almost like 95% of IFRS plus carve-in minus carve-out. Carve-in under additional point, carve-out under some deviation from that. Now, a quick glance at each standard applicable in Group 1, which is the first question in CA intermediate accounts. Disclosure of accounting policy, AS1, 5 P's, what I said. Fundamental accounting assumptions are GAC, going concern, accrual, and consistency. Who knows, just by attending this and taking this material itself, you may get 40 marks plus. Okay, consider it. Disclosure only when it is not followed. If GAC is followed, no disclosure. If it is not followed, disclose. AS2, inventory valuation. It is valued at cost or NRV, whichever is less. Two methods suggested are FIFO or weighted average. Cash flow statement. The balance sheet and P&L are presented under operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity. AS10, PPE, property, plant and equipment, tangible fixed asset, normally valued at cost. Revaluation is also permissible. The three methods of depreciation which are suggested are SLM, suggested as per AS, suggested are SLM, cursor movement you are able to see, Chetan, SLM, WDV, and production units method. And depreciation is component based. For example, aircraft, engine will be depreciated for 10 years, body may be depreciated over 6 years. It's called component method of depreciation. AS11, foreign exchange transactions. If I am doing transactions in India, I also purchase something from America. The dollar cannot be converted into dollar, rupees 10 lakh dollars. You need to convert the dollar into rupees. So that is what the rate applicable on the date of transaction. Next, you may have two operations. You may have a branch outside India that is called integral operation. If you have got associate outside India, it's called non-integral operation. All those integral branch, foreign branches have to be converted into INR, then any exchange difference take into P&L account. Whereas if it is non-integral, you have to keep it in a reserve called foreign currency translation reserve. Next, AS12, government grant. The government will give subsidy that has to be recognized only when the two conditions are satisfied. First one is reasonable assurance that conditions, government will not look at your face, wow, she's so beautiful, he's so handsome. Government will not give you. They will put lot of conditions of improvement and development. If you satisfy those conditions and if you have assurance that you are going to get the money, then only you recognize the government grant. Next, government grants can be revenue grant, take it to P&L account. It can be current movement is happening, Malini. Yeah, capital grant, it is like 43(1) definition. Cost of the machinery, Sri Lakshmi, 100 lakh. And the government is giving 40 lakh rupees subsidy. 100 minus 40, 60 lakh will be the cost of the asset. That is nothing but capital grant. And promoters contribution, government gives like a promoter contribution, will be taken as a capital reserve. Next, AS13, investments can be long-term or current. Current investments are valued at cost or fair value, whichever less. Long-term investments are normally valued at cost. Borrowing cost, basically interest. Any borrowing cost till the date asset is ready to use, it has to be capitalized. Borrowing cost ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಡಾಫೆ, ಜಿರಾಫೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಉಡಾಫೆನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಡಾಫೆ means interest cost, discount on issued debentures, ancillary cost, then finance charges in the case of hire purchase, etc. Then exchange difference referred in AS11. And anything related to ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police Allah, acquisition, construction, and production shall be charged to capital itself till the date is ready to use. Everything else will be charged to P&L. So 8 standards. So first 4 questions will be compulsorily 20 marks on this. This is the brief of it. Now, little detail if you want, some of the special standards. AS2, inventory should be valued at cost or NR, whichever less. Mainly it consists of raw material, work in progress, finished goods, physical verification and valuation, then cost formula, as I said already. Techniques of standard costing will be standard costing and retail price margin. This is an important provision. Production overheads. Variable overheads costing are absorbed based on actual output. Fixed overheads are absorbed based on budgeted output. Let us assume 100 lakh is the rent of the building, 10 lakh is the budgeted output, 100 lakh divided by 10 lakh. So per unit is rupees 10. You have to absorb based on the budgeted output. However, if the actual output is more than 10 lakh, then even fixed overhead should be absorbed based on the actual production. Important amendment. AS3, this is the beauty of the balance sheet. Research. Anything coming under the right side, investing at a fixed asset and long-term investment. Anything coming on the left side, this is a financing activity. Everything else you dump it under operating activity. That's it. There are 2 methods of presenting cash flows. One is operating cash flow matra. Operating cash flow can be direct or indirect. Direct is when they give summary of receipts and payment. Indirect is when they give the P&L. Listed company must follow indirect. Insurance company must follow direct method. PPE, the special point of revaluation. The building is there in the balance sheet, 100 lakh. It is valued at 140. Upward. Debit building, credit revaluation reserve. Downward. If there is a downward, debit the P&L account. P&L account debit side is like a mouth I used to say. If there is upward, downward, or downward, upward, whatever you have done earlier upward, now downward, whatever you have done earlier, just reverse it. AS10 does not deal with wasting assets like mines, biological assets like living animal and plant. It doesn't deal with it. Okay, fair enough. Next, depreciation is compulsory as per AS10. Compulsory expenditure. What is depreciation for tangible is called amortization for intangible. Same, intangible amortization. Revaluation can be upward or downward. Impairment is after doing depreciation, etc. The carrying amount in the books is 100 lakh and its recoverable amount today its worth is only 80 lakh. That impairment of the CARA, CARE. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾರ್ ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದೇ ತರ CA greater than RA, carrying amount greater than recoverable amount, then CA minus RA is equal to impairment loss which need to be debited to P&L account. Now land building or both. Shetty sir, CA for office purpose it is AS10. Kirti used for real estate. Aman sir you can ask, he will tell you. It is valued at as per AS2 that is inventory. Then Rakshita, okay, building for the purpose of renting out, it is an investment property. Understanding? Yeah, our CF humanity friends. AS11, integral operation or non-integral. Initial recognition is always rate on the date of the transaction. Average rate you can take. Whereas if it is an integral operation like a branch, foreign branches, fixed asset is recorded historical rate. Then head office account no conversion. P&L account you can use the average rate. Then all the things are closing rate. Exchange fluctuation is taken to the P&L account. Whereas non-integration, every item is taken at closing rate. It is transferred to a reserve called FCTR. Next, how to answer account start questions. Theory, if they're assuming if there is a theory question, materiality, make a reference to AS1, write a small definition if you know about what is materiality, give an example, very important. How is it treated in the question asked? Materiality, how do you treat? For example, so 1% or more of the expenses of the revenue from operation, etc., if you remember in Schedule 3, has to be disclosed separately. There's some discussion on that. So give an example and always connect it to Schedule 3, the companies. Next, analytical theory. What is analytical theory? They might ask something about an insolvency. Same thing you can discuss with the connection to the question asked. If it is a problem, one and the same, you make reference to the account standard. Point number 2, write definition if required. Solve the question. What is the accounting treatment? Accounting treatment and disclose the same. This is about the accounting standards. The next one is financial statements of the company. Section 2 within bracket 40. Okay, this portion onwards, the present batch students should be knowing reasonably. Balance sheet, P&L, CFS, SOCI is for final student and explanatory note. Okay, fine. And managerial remuneration maximum is 11%. If the profits are there, if the profits are not there, you have to go by what do you call effective capital. So there's a table there. Then next, what is the ultimate entry for issue of shares? Bank account debit to share capital or debenture. If there's a discount, you write discount on issue. If there's issued premium, security premium should be created. When the issue price is collected in installment, application stage, allotment stage, call stage, you can keep on reversing the entry. Next, entry for debenture based on the terms of redemption. First, pass a normal issue entry, bank account debit to debenture, blah, blah, blah. Then insert only for redemption at premium, loss on issue of debentures to premium payable on redemption of debentures. This is a special entry which you need to take care. Financial statement, as I said, 240, section 129. Auditing, if they ask you true and fair view, you should make a reference to schedule 3, okay? And accounting standards are referred in section 133. Schedule 3 of the Companies Act as well as third schedule of a Banking Regulation Act. Both are 3. In Roman number 3, only THIRD, Savia, correct? So third schedule deals with the schedule 3 talks about the financial statement. Division 1, intermediate syllabus for a small chota mota company, non-India's company. Division 2, big companies, CFL syllabus, and NBFC out of syllabus. The general reference is there in intermediate, division 3. Now, so what is the difference? Intermediate syllabus, balance sheet starts with wife on the top, husband down, equity and liabilities on the top, assets down. Whereas India start with the assets Risha and liabilities down. Part 1 is balance sheet, part 2 is P&L. And we have made a beautiful connection. How to remember the balance sheet format? Sri Rama and Sita necessary for capital. So Rama used monkeys, long and double observation, help of Lakshman. I hope you remember. Shareholders funds, share application money, pending allotment, non-current liability, current liability. This is a short form. For this is what we discussed. Next, assets at new life in capital. New means what I call non-current asset, current asset. Then friends of the change again. F with P again. Peers, near and dear ones. Because P is for now PPE. Fixed asset. Are you getting my point? Yeah. Then CIT, that is citizen insisted test, came out Sita with originality andre. Current investments, ITC, inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent. Very good. Some of you are responding very well. Then ITC, short term, other investment and other current assets. Fair enough. Next, P&L account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನೆಕೆಲಿ ಚಾಚೆಯ ರೋಟಿ ತೋಡ ರೋಟಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Revenue from operation, other income, total expenditure leads to PBEET, profit before exceptional item, extra items and tax. Keep removing one by one. Remove exceptional, remove extraordinary, remove. That will give you profit after tax. And you need to show EPS in the same. Then in the P&L, raw material consumption should be shown. Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Whereas any other thing, you have to show changes. Finished goods, opening minus closing. WAP, opening minus closing, you must show. So this is the order in which the P&L account also. First 3 are inventory related. Raw material consumed, purchase of stock in trade, changes in inventory, P&L account item. And then we have EPDO, that is CPC EPDO. C andre cost of raw material consumed, purchase. Same short form, you try to buy hard. Even if you interchange a little bit, it's okay. This is the working capital cycle of your FM. Start with the cash, purchase raw material, convert into work in progress, finished goods. Then one fine morning, you sell it to the debtors, bills receivable. These are current asset. These are called current liability. Current asset minus current liability is called working capital. This is the base for balance sheet analysis. Profit or loss prior to incorporation. A partnership firm, Srisha and Sujana are doing a business, but they want to convert the company. But the procedure takes around 3 to 6 months. So at that time, whatever you do, what should I do? So you prepare a columnar P&L account. So profit prior to incorporation, 3 column, and the date of incorporation. From the date of incorporation, normal P&L account. Before that, how do you apportion? If their expenses are there, rent, salary, etc., time basis, then bad debts, commission, etc., sales basis, something are pure pre-incorporation, like vendor salary, interest or purchase, something are post, pure. Preliminary expense are written off. Be careful. It is not pre. Preliminary expense are incurred pre, but written off only after the company. So direct salary, etc. Then finally, if the profit comes, transfer to capital reserve. If the loss comes, transfer to the P&L account. Maybe it can retain in the P&L account as such. Next is bonus issue, section 63. 63 section 52 is what? What is 52? Security premium. 53 is no issue discount. 54 exception, you can go for ESOP. 55 is redemption of preference share. 63 normally bonus issue is 2:1. So 63 is the bonus issue. 68, 69, 70 is the buyback of security. All these are there in the accounts also. I'm talking about 96 is AGM. Sorry. 63 and 96. 6396. 63 is the capitalization of profit. 96 is the what you call AGM. So out capitalization of profit was a beautiful concept. I'm sorry. You have profit converted to capital. What entry? Profits accountable to share capital. That's the entry for bonus issue. The reserves which can be used are CRR, security pay if current in cash, and free reserves. Next, the beautiful analysis of a redemption of preference shares. Preference shares must be redeemed within 20 years, introductory company within 30 years. CRR, when there is a redemption out of free reserve, you must create a CRR. This chart, I'll share with you. Please go through again and again. For redemption of preference share, the security premium cannot be used. For premium on redemption, it can be used, but subject to certain 133 conditions. Buyback is freely available, but bonus issue security premium is available only if it's collected in cash. The similar provision I have given here. CRR, extremely important. Creation of CRR out of free reserve when share capital is redeemed or buyback of share capital. Whenever there is a share capital, this has to be replaced by what you call CRR. When do you create CRR? Whenever there is a redemption of preference shares or buyback of share capital, CRR has to be maintained. CRR has to be what you call created. Redemption of debentures, section 71, subsection 2. So please go to the latest material. My old friends, if you are listening, so many unwanted problems they are removed, complications they are removed. So types of redemption, DRR sinking fund, even though theoretically there in the syllabus, conversion of debentures into shares, debenture accountable to share capital, purchase in the open market. So either immediate cancellation or subsequent cancellation, and buyback. Buyback is under 68. I thought 68. A small correction. Okay, buyback is under section 68. Okay, fine. 68. Next, no. It's okay. This is an important amendment which is appearing in the study material also. All listed NBFCs, all HFCs, all India financial institution, banking company, DR is not required. Other than that, everyone must maintain 10% of the outstanding debenture as a DRR. Higher purchase. Okay, so this is where company accounts of intermediate stops. 10 seconds break. Okay. Higher purchase, very simple. Goods of substantial value is there in syllabus. There are two methods called interest, cash price method, and interest suspense method. Just like an asset purchase. Under interest suspense method, total interest for the entire period is computed and charged on a year-on-year basis. Whereas under the cash price method, interest is computed year-on-year basis. Next, insurance claims. One of the compulsory question every exam. This time I'm expecting loss of. So loss of stock policy, loss of profit I'm expecting. Loss of stock policy means because of the fire, you lost the stock. So prepare a trading account of the last year, find out the GP ratio, prepare a memorandum trading account of the current year with the last year GP, find out the closing stock as a balancing figure, then apply the average clause when there is under insurance. Loss of profit is your business has, so because of the fire, the business has been affected. Next 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, that's called indemnity period. You lost what? You lost the profit because the sales are not there. You incur some additional expense. So that's why. So loss of stock, profit policy, it's also called consequent policy, can be entertained if and only if there is a loss of stock policy. If there is no loss of stock policy, there is no loss of a profit policy. And under the loss of profit policy, you will be getting the gross profit plus additional expense. Least of the following, these three figures you have to compute, least of the following will be allowed as a what you call insurance claim. Next, departmental accounts. They are nothing but a columnar presentation of the P&L account. P&L account, instead of one column, I'll do multiple column. Yarn, it may be fabric and garment, what you call it the process account. So textile business, footwear business, hardware business, 3 columns. Next, goods may be transferred at cost or above the cost. Above the cost can be selling price or negotiable price. Both are same. But when there is selling price or negotiable price, closing stock or reserves, that has to be taken care. If it is sold outside, there is no such a closing stock on that. Departmental accounting, branch account, difference, different activities normal under the same roof is called departmental. Same activities at different locations is called branch account. Understanding? Yeah. Next, branch accounts. Again, a compulsory question of late, departmental and branch. Branch means independently. Bata showroom is the best example. Whether you go to Kashmir or Kanyakumari, it is having same kind of activity, Bata showroom. So they can be dependent branches, under dependent branches, dependent for what? Accounting, dependent for activity. So books of accounts are maintained at head office. Goods may be sent at cost, goods may be sent at invoice price, goods may be sent at wholesale price. At the cost, 3 RMRs. This RMRs is debtors method, just like a single entry capital comparison method. Stock and debtors method, where you prepare the trading P&L account in a cut piece manner, and branch trading P&L account, normal trading P&L account. Same way, and same similar method, invoice price method. The only difference here is under cost, there is no question of loading or stock reserve. Here you have to reverse the stock or the stock reserve in the branch account itself. Independent branches means branch itself is maintaining the books of account. Like Chettisar Parmid has got his own books, you maintain same way. Foreign branches apply S11, all this conversion you do it, and any exchange difference you take it to the P&L account. Last topic probably, single entry system. For the compulsory question again, there are two methods of computing the profit. One is capital comparison method. It's nothing but a capital account. Opening capital, profit, any other what you call revenue, two drawings, two closing capital. So what you do? Closing capital, add drawing, add interest on drawing, minus opening capital, minus additional capital is nothing but a profit. Conversion method, convert single entry to double entry, okay, by using ratios, gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, average collection period, etc. Then based on the information, prepare trading account. Whenever GP ratio is given, compulsorily prepare trading account. One of the figures is a missing figure. Prepare the ledger account. Debtors account normally give a credit sales as a balance sheet figure, bills receivable, bills payable account, etc. And use ratios, etc. Ratios are careful. Debtors turnover andre formula has to be reversed. Normal, look at me. Debt equity andre debt by equity. Debt equity andre debt by equity. Debtors turnover andre formula reverse ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Turnover by debtors. Use common sense. Turnover here is credit sales divided by debtors. And debtors turnover ratio should always be number of times. If I say, all of you listening? Okay. If they say 2 months, okay, it means it is 6 times. 6 times. Take extra care of that. July 2021. Everything is important in CA course. Nothing unimportant. But important be important. Kya hai? Or the new scheme. I'm talking about mainly new scheme. Old scheme, almost similar provisions. Okay. Important problem area started 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Loss of profit, what I expect. Loss of stock also is important. This time I'm explaining loss of profit. Single entry system, compulsory, departmental and branch, almost compulsory. Schedule 3, management and cash flow statement. Okay, important. Redemption of preference shares and bonus shares. Higher purchase, investment accounts. Okay, extremely important. Okay, profit prior to incorporation. Redemption of debentures. Almost every exam they're asking. Simple question. Study material from ICA. Then theory, first 2 chapters, basically account standard, IFRS, basic questions they have. All AS related questions like 1 to 11, etc. Come to some basic point they have. In introduction, there's a physical and financial capital maintenance in a study material. Just glancing, they might ask once in 10 exam. Latest 2 examination. So May 19, see, hats off to CA Institute, my mother institute. I'm so happy and proud about my institute. May 20, there was no CA exam, but they covered up by doing 2 exams in November 20 as well as in January 21. January 21 cycle and November 20. So the questions, if you look at it, whatever I said, almost same. 10. Nodi, look at this. Look at it. 10 is question number 10 is first problem. Yeah? 2 separate questions. Look at the beauty. Who says actually CA is tough? Who says actually questions won't repeat? Similar question. Illi 13 is illu 13 is. So question number yes 2 is. It may not be there, but at least 4 questions are same. Illi departmental, illi branch is. Illi single entry. Almost similar. Then the loss of stock, illu loss of stock. That's why last 3 exams consecutively they asked loss of stock. This time they might ask loss of profit. Be careful. Profit prior to incorporation, which is asked here. Here it is not asked. Then cash flow statement, compulsory it is there. Then redemption of preference shares, redemption of preference share. Higher purchase. I think your syllabus is so limited now. Almost everything is repetitive. This one question they have asked, this might not be asked. Then problems on schedule 3, schedule 2, schedule 3, branch accounts theory there. So illi branch account problem is there. I hope you are listening. Okay. So journal entries on bonus issue. Pre-incorporation illi there. 4A and 6C pre-incorporation. And 6th question normally one choice is there. You have to write 4 out of 5. That's why it is better to start with the 6th question. Understanding? Fair enough. Saptapadi steps for success to conclude. While answering the question, relevant projects of the concerned years must be clearly stated. For the right relevant theory, one para before solving. Working notes are very, very important. 80% of the marks, because question paper itself says on the top, working notes are important. Attempt all the questions. I am repeating this. Write something about the question and come. Many questions are lifted from study material RTP. Practice all the sums if you have little extra time. Many students who thought after the exam they won't even get 30, 40, they have got exemption. Okay. So mainly due to the working notes, etc. Syllabus is very limited. Easily score 80 plus, even if your final answers are not matching. Aim at 100. However, it being the first paper, even if you score 90 plus, you may be one of the CA final, CA intermediate rank holder. Hundreds of examples we have. Okay. So then be more relaxed, enjoy the exam, it being the first paper. Performance always comes from passion, not from pressures. I know you will have some pressures, you will have some tension. I know that, but enjoy. The best day of your life is exams, especially during exams. ಏನು ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಲೇ wherever you city ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ everything is available next to your place so lootle but don't misuse their goodness where you need to put your hard work they will give you all the benefits what you want so performance always comes from the passion not from the pressure so be passionate love what you do and do what you love for more information okay so you can contact this number now 2-3 points those who are not aware every subject of the CA intermediate and CA final will be doing R2R. My request to all of you can come through Zoom. It is better. Then YouTube will also will be access will be made available to you. If you do not have the facility, you can obviously see the YouTube. And the yesterday session I have mentioned 6, 7th or 8th session matra attend madi. Just look into it. So where every day, so for example, Tuesday is your accounts exam. It gets over. Come from the exam. 8 o'clock we'll be doing 8 to 8:40 law paper. Then law paper dina you come back. I'll be doing costing 8 to 8:40. So like that every exam day you come back. Next exam day there 1.5 hour there will be a session. And anybody wants this PPT, no doubt CAP students will be sharing in the group. Anybody else because education is to share. Anybody wants this PPT you can obviously okay WhatsApp to these two numbers. It's 8310 you share WhatsApp because I have an access to that. I will share the information immediately. Okay. So as I said at the beginning, last 2 to 3 minutes is for general discussion. Okay. And I can do it in 40 minutes. You can do it in another 1.5 hours. Those 1.5 days, sorry. Those who are writing examination, 1.5 days, 2 days. So this is the beauty. I can teach you this for 6 months. I can teach you for 6 days. I can teach it in 40 minutes. But trust me, the preparation time we take for taking 40 minutes, no, is high. And also energy, horribly, dangerously lost. It's okay. No problem. Anything for education. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Prema. Very good. Okay. So honestly tell me, so at least you, account standard, yes, present batch students may not know account standard because we are going to do maybe 15 days or whatever. But other topics you are able to recall reasonably even without putting much effort. So it is a big confidence booster for the present batch students. And those who are writing in July, obviously you are prepared reasonably. You should be knowing around 60 to 80%. This is where one of the biggest confidence booster is you know something. You know something. You don't know everything. I know that, but you know something. If I say I know everything, I am the biggest fool on earth. So I also don't know everything. You also don't know everything. What is the big deal? So you know something. Put a little extra effort. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you for coming. Okay. So and you will definitely be able to. But put the effort and last 3-4 exams, at least 2 exams. Suggested answer you go through. Practicing may not be possible. Go through the suggested answer. Go and write the examination. Are you clear? Fine. Yeah. Anybody wants to ask any general question, you can ask. 1 minute you have. Anything you want to ask, you can ask. And when you go to the exam hall, okay, especially girls, try to understand what I'm trying to say. Unnecessary heat is there in the body, okay, take extra care because what they may do is they may do that, they may use that instrument to check your temperature. If temperature is high for any other reason also, they will not allow you, okay. Otherkoskara take extra care, okay, boys also. Whereas if you think that if it is COVID, please don't go, don't give prasada to others, sir. It's okay, no problem, next 6 months you write, okay. Whereas not 6 months, 3 months exam is there. But if it's other reason, don't run away from the exam. Go and write. And accounts is the easiest paper. Okay. Same way other paper also will make it chiller. Go and write the examination. Enjoy the examination. After the examination, don't discuss the question paper. Is it clear? Okay. So go and enjoy the examination. And you know something, and write all the papers. One paper, I felt it is tough on the next 3 papers. Don't stop writing. That I discussed yesterday's session only. Write all the examination. All the best to all of you. God bless you all. Pass with high marks. I expect each one of you listening, including YouTube viewers, you pass.